Good afternoon, evening. We are going to be reading with a Seek and Find Tarot deck again this week. We did the Seek and Find Tarot deck last week, and I actually really liked it. I like the art style. We're going old school, people. I can't find my second camera and my neat fancy setup, so we're just going to read face to face like I used to before I got fancy. But I'm going to go ahead and try to shuffle these monstrous cards. And I'm going to pull just a few cards for the collective. We had some really big energy with the full moon in Aries last night. And who else is feeling like I need to just go do the things that I'm supposed to be doing? Anybody else? Now is the time. Now is the time to really step into your power and change your life. So I'm going to go ahead and pull just a couple cards for the collective. We've got 1 and we've got 2. Yep. This is exactly what I just said about the collective. Hey, pretty brown eyes. Hi, how are you doing? And Sharia's here. Darla's here. Darla says yes, she does feel like that. So I pulled 2 cards for the collective. The first card is the 2 of Pentacles. And it's basically like juggling aspects of your spiritual side with basically like your magical side. So like now is the time. This is what I was saying. This is the transformation, the full moon energy. Now is the time. Now is the time. You've been juggling long enough. You've been struggling long enough. You've been doing like all of the things except for what it is that you actually want to do. You know how to do that. You know how to struggle. Now is the time to figure out that balance. And then when I ask for clarity for the collective, I get the 8 of Cups. Time to move on, people. Time to move on, reflect on that inner world and grow forward with certainty and with passion. That is what we need to be doing. So that's our short reading for the collective. I'm going to go ahead now. I would love to read for people in the comments. I probably won't go in order, any particular order. I'm just going to kind of read for whoever kind of pops out at me. I am going to, however, look out for the people who are interacting in my Facebook group because I really appreciate y'all. Brittany Alexander says, I'm feeling it and it's rather overwhelming. Yeah, it can be overwhelming. I feel like this time period is super overwhelming for us because it's been a lot of heavy energy. And now it's like I said, it's this turning point. It's this crux. There's always like this big like season finale before you can get into the energy of the next season and the really big change. So that's what we're doing right now. Brittany, if it's okay, Brittany Alexander, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a couple cards for you. And like I said, anybody who is wanting like a general reading or maybe you have some sort of question or something, feel free to ask it. If you would like a guaranteed reading, send me some bucks on PayPal. And admin, if you're watching this, if you could bring back my phone. No, I've got my phone, so I can check for PayPal. But I like PayPal because then I don't get those messages lost. And I'm able to see if you have any questions or anything like that as well. And thank you very much. I see Natalie Cha has subscribed, so thank you for subscribing. But here we go, Brittany. I'm going to pull a couple cards for you. I've got a card for the energy that surrounds you. And we're going to pull 1 card for clarity right now. Okay, so this is really interesting, Brittany. So we just pulled the card for the collective as the 8 of Cups for clarity moving forward. When I ask the energy what surrounds you, you also get that 8 of Cups energy. So remember, the 8 of Cups means the energy that surrounds you is the energy of reflection. So if you are kind of in a space in your journey where you don't know what to do, you don't know what comes next, you don't know what you should do, that's normal. It's normal to feel like that sometimes. It's normal to feel like, I just did a lot. I need to sit and process for a second. So this card is literally telling you you're in the right place at the right time and you're doing the right things. It's just going to take a minute to process and to find that next step. Here's what you should be processing. Here's what you should be thinking about. 8 of Swords. And so I'm going to read this off. It says, feeling oppressed, confusion, manipulation that convinces someone they have no options, and a self-imposed prison. Check out this funky card. So this is like a card of like, I don't know, like a chicken person, and they've put themselves inside of this cage of swords. And so this is like saying that basically in your experience right now, you feel like there's not a lot of options, or maybe like there's not a lot of good options, but that's just a lie. That's like one of the lies that our ego tells us, like you're stuck. you're stuck, you can't move, things are always going to be this way. And that's simply not true. Everything except for death can be shifted and transmuted. So you're in this energy right now. It's okay to feel your feelings. Like, I just want to sit and validate that for a second. It's okay to feel your feelings. It's okay to feel whatever, overwhelmed, big, like a lot's going on. But now is the time to start looking at what prisons, what belief systems, what habits do I do that keep me locked in place where I am at this time, and what can I do to shift and move forward? I hope that one's helpful, Brittany. Amanda Neal comments and says that they would love a card if it aligns. For sure. Let's go ahead and read for Amanda. And guys, please remember, I go live on Thursdays and periodically throughout the week. So make sure you're subscribed to this page so you don't miss out next time I go live. Deal with Life said, hey friend, can I get a reading? Yeah, for sure. We'll read for you next. I'm going to read for Amanda Neal first. So Amanda, the energy that surrounds you is a 6 of Wands, which is leadership, confidence, and being able to keep your integrity while you're handling difficult situations. So what this says to me is that probably, like a lot of us, Amanda, you're under some pressure right now. Like there's some stuff going on right now for you, but you're handling that stuff with grace and with ease. When you look at this woman over here, she looks like she's an orator. She looks like she's going to speak to a crowd. She's got a crown of leaves on. So she looks like somebody who knows what she's doing. She looks like somebody who is like very strong and very powerful. So I suggest that this might be you in this card. Yep. And Amanda says this card keeps coming up for me. I love it. Okay, Amanda. So let's pull one more card. And this card is clarity or what would help you with balance in this situation. Okay, wow. So I got the Emperor. I've never actually seen this card because remember, I'm new to reading this deck, but it says making your physical mark on the world and male energy, discipline, structure imposed on your environment. So I don't know, man. Is there somebody who's trying to cramp your style? Because that's what it kind of seems like to me. Like somebody is like in like the heavy cramp style mode. But this is definitely energy of like more structure and more power. So what I would say is if you feel like things are a little bit out of control, know that you are doing a good job. You are doing a very good job. But it might be time to reach out for help. Or as you reach out for help, understand that you are the highest and best good. You have the intuition and the knowledge and the wisdom and the experience to know what's best for you in your situation. So while it's always good to reach out for help, I want to also let you know that just because somebody offers help, it doesn't mean you have to accept. Or you can do like this counteroffer bit where people are like, hey, I can help you with this. And you're like, that's actually not very helpful for me. How about we switch gears and you help me with this other thing too? That would actually be more helpful. I hope that I spit that out the right way. So what I'm basically trying to say is communicate your needs wisely, and it's okay to ask for help, but you are doing a good job here. You're doing a good job here. Angela Fernandez, I don't do readings like that. I think that it's silly. So I'm so sorry. But like basically, so I'm gonna highlight this comment really quick for the other viewers, but she basically says, I want to know about my future husband, physical appearance, character, anything that you can tell me. So the future is a moving target. Your husband might be one person or many different people at this moment. Anything that you do right now or tomorrow could shift who that person is. And what you're asking me to do is to go into trance and go read some Akashic records and try to find your partner. And that is way too much time that I have for a free reading right now. But ask any other question. Ask any other question. But let's go ahead and we'll read for Deal with Life. And she just said, I love you. Thank you so much, Deal. I appreciate you. So Deal, you've got some interesting stuff coming up. So I actually want to do like a sort of like a path reading for you. And I'm going to pull like 5 cards. We'll pull like 5 cards. And what we'll do is this card is like, this is the outcome. No matter what, this is the outcome. And we're going to pull 2 other cards. We're going to pull, this is the sweet way to move forward and how you move forward with that. And this is the more difficult way to move forward and how you move forward in this more difficult path. So what we're going to do is flip over. What is your outcome of moving forward in your direction, Deal? And you got the 5 of Swords. That's like a wild card. But basically this means that in the future, you are coming up on a great battle. And remember that great battles are where great warriors are made. So just because you have great coming up in your path, it doesn't necessarily mean bad, right? So don't equate this with bad. This actually means that you have a time of proving ahead of you. And remember, when I use the word proving, it's not about proving yourself to other people. It's about proving you to you. It's about proving your power, proving your strength. This is what's in your future, my friend. This is really big energy. So we'll go over the sweet way. This is the easy way to get to that proving. That's exciting energy, deal. 8 of Wands is the easy way. So this says, literally, it says organized. So stay grounded, keep moving. That's very important. So with this card, I would say maybe if you're not already, pick up a yoga or some sort of exercise practice, because this will help you stay grounded throughout this next movement, this next energy, this next proving. Deal says, of course, the 8 of Wands. This means stay grounded, stay organized, but keep moving. As you move and shift, whether that's yoga, exercise, doesn't matter. When you do that, it actually moves your energy. And this is the outcome of the sweet path. Hey, it's the Empress. So this is creativity, abundance. So this means that you are on the way to a proving ground. You're on the way to a proving experience. Stay grounded. That's the easy way. Stay motivated, stay moving, and you unlock abundance, potential. And basically, this means that you're the creator of your life. And you can do this the sweet way. You can unlock it the sweet way. Now let's see what's the more difficult path. The Queen of Pentacles, which is intense involvement with the physical world. So I would say this is being more concerned about what other people are saying, being more concerned about other people's judgments, and maybe not being as organized and flowing as you would be if you took the sweet path. So keep that in mind. This is an option. You can definitely do this, but it might be a little bit more difficult for you, a little more resistance. And then the next card, the 5 of Cups. So this is regret, loss, and grief. If you take the difficult path, they both lead to proving grounds, but this is a little bit more difficult. So my advice for you, the sweet path for you, for your life, would be to keep moving, keep organized, and that unlocks your potential. This teaches you about how to be a creator in yourself, in your own energy. I hope that one's helpful, deal. Thank you so much. And remember, you guys, I'm just going to pull people randomly out of the chat to do readings. But if you would like a guaranteed reading, feel free to just send me a couple dollars on PayPal, and I will do that for you. Let's see. Earth Angel comments and says, hello, beautiful person. Can I have a reading about it? JP. Wait a second. Hey, Bo. Nice to see you back. Will JP contact me? Y'all always ask relationship readings, and like I wish people would ask readings about themselves and their own personal development, because I feel like other people don't matter. Like, I will do relationship readings, I will, but I don't like to do them because I feel like you're more important than the other person that you're asking about. But Earth Angel, I will answer this question for you. So the energy that surrounds this situation is the 3 of Wands, which is like, journeys ahead and looking out for possibilities. So there's definitely a possibility here that this person could, connect with you. They could reach out to you. But definitely, I think there's a lot of I would say open-ended energy and experience right now. There's nothing is set in stone. And then I'm going to pull one more card, and this is clarity for you, Earth Angel. Clarity. Oh, upside down. Clarity is the Magician, which says confident, creative, being proficient and skillful. So I'm so sorry. Very sorry, Earth Angel, but this goes along with what I said before I pulled this reading. I really think that you are the most important piece here. And, if you want that person, you could go out and manifest and move timelines and have that person, but you also could go out and go do cool ass shit. Remember, that's why I believe that we're alive. I'm a witch. I'm an animist. I'm not religious. I believe that we are alive to do cool ass shit and to have fun. And sometimes people are a part of that equation, and sometimes they're not. So the choice is yours, my friend. The choice is yours. Let's see. Sharia says you're so right. Sharia, it's rough out there sometimes. But Natalie says, will I be moving to a new country next year? Natalie, I'm just going to pull one card and see what happens. That's a really cool question. Oh, wait, this one fell out. So this is definitely yours. Okay, that's wonderful. Let me highlight this. So Natalie says, will I be moving to a new country next year. And you get the 8 of Wands. So that is like the energy of movement. That's the energy of flowing, of being organized. So I would say a move is definitely in your realm of possibility or realm of experience. What I would say is stay organized. If you want this to happen, start making your contacts, make sure you have a passport, figure out how you can get to that other country, whether it's for a visit or if it's for work or for school. Like, start making plans and get organized now. But that is definitely a possibility for you. That's really super exciting. Oh, Bo says, I'm also an animist. I should be eating fruit in the forest with animals, but I have to work. Bo, I'm working on it. I will one day make like a fruit forest or something and just live out in the grass with the other woodland creatures. Goodness gracious. Let's see. But Bo says, could I have a reading about my dog, Bella? Oh, and what she wants for herself right now. That's so sweet, Bo. I'll pull a card for Bella. What does Bella want or need in this moment right now? Bella got the High Priestess, which is non-action, being still, and being magical. So what I would say, Bo, is if you are a magical person, if you do magical things like ritual, ceremony, meditation, yoga, include Doggo in this practice. I think that she would be very happy to feel those energies with you. But this is also the energy of non-movement, non-action. So in non-action, we can actually create, and we have very much action in the act of not doing. If you're interested in not doing, there's a really good YouTube channel, and they talk about all these Taoist philosophies. So check out, it's called The Art of Not Doing, a really good YouTube video. But this means that the dog is happy to be with you and to do nothing at all. Like, this is what is very fulfilling for her. But it would be nice to add some more magic and spice into your relationship with Doggo as well. So I hope that one's helpful, Bo. Oh, Karen says, I think I'm on my right path and it has been slow and steady. That's so good to hear, Karen. Oh, look at this. Natalie says that her journey would be good for school. Yes, that would be really awesome. I think that's really wonderful. Let's see. Vanessa. Oh, wait. Bo says, I do. Thank you for that. The non-action part is right for her right now. Oh, she has hip problems, so she probably wants to stay still. That's sweet. So maybe look into like CBD. Like, I don't have dogs, and I just know a lot of people do like CBD and stuff like that for their dogs, for pain and for anxiety. So maybe that's something to look into, Bo. I would see if any of those natural remedies are helpful for little Doggo. Oh, let's see. Vanessa comments and says, uh-oh, I lost the comment. Oh, there we go. Where am I in my spiritual journey? Okay, Vanessa, so we'll pull 2 cards. That's a really good question. And I feel like sometimes it's good to get clarity on those type of questions or those type of concerns. Like, where am I right now? And maybe what's the next step, or what should I be doing? So let's see. The energy that surrounds you is the 10 of Wands. Wow. So this is like a guy, it looks like he's trying to pull the forest with him. Like, he's trying to pull the forest. He's got a bunch of twine, a bunch of sticks, and it's rough. 10 of Wands means you've got too much responsibility right now. So what I take this to mean is that you're alive, you're a human, you probably have a job and maybe like a family or other people that you're taking care of. You've got a lot of responsibility right now. So maybe you just don't have enough time to allocate towards more spirituality. And you know what? A lot of us are in this place as well. Like, a lot of us, I feel like, are just really bogged down with the physical world and that kind of thing. So this isn't a bad place to be in. I would say bring as much intention to your life as feels natural and normal for you, and add daily ritual and ceremony into your life. That will help you with your spirituality. So, I mean, like, if you're washing the dishes, you can do that with intention. It can almost be like a meditation. Or if you take a shower, that can be like a magical cleansing bath. Like, anything that you do can be done with intention, and that's very important right now, especially if the physical world is bogging you down. But we're going to pull one more card for you, Vanessa. What would help you progress or find balance right now, Vanessa? And you got the 7 of Pentacles. Satisfaction and a job well done. So I think that definitely pulls into the message that I gave you with the last card of just being really intentional in your life. So I think that you're in a good place. I just think that sometimes the physical world is really super heavy, and that's okay. Like I said, I want to validate that. We all go through different seasons in life, and sometimes it's like really heavy and like hard to deal with. And then other times things feel really super easy. Right now it might be a little bit heavier, but understand you are doing a really good job here. Just find little ways to be magical, little ways that feel authentic. authentic, that open you up to your own spirit and energy and your own potential. I hope that that one's helpful, Vanessa. Susan Miller, could I please get a relationship reading? I love you, Susan, but I hate relationship readings. If you really want one, I will think about it. I'm going to read from Melissa because she asked a question. Melissa wants to know about her spouse. Let's see. Okay, Susan, I'll pull 2 cards for your relationship. Okay. So this card is your relationship, and this second card is what you need to find balance. And I didn't flip these over yet, so I'm going to flip them over now. Okay. So the High Priestess is your relationship, which is stillness, being like okay with yourself, being okay where you're at. So this relationship looks like, it could be something that is beneficial or something that is helpful or something that you really enjoy. Like this is a possibility. But understand that you are the High Priestess. So if things aren't working out, or if you feel like you need things to shift or change in your experience, you have the ability to get stuff done and to make things change. You have the ability. You are the priestess. And then let's see, what would give you balance in this relationship? You got the Fool. So it could mean that you've got like some important decisions to come up with in this new relationship. Maybe you've reached a bit of a crossroads and you're trying to figure out like, what is it that I'm going to do next? So the answer here is be optimistic and look at your life, look at all of your experience and honor your experience without taking your trauma into this decision that you're making. So make sure that you're making a good decision based off of what your needs are and not based off of previous negative experiences. I hope that's helpful, Susan. Okay, let's see. We're going to read for Melissa next. Let's see. And she says she would like a reading about her spouse. So hang on one second. Vanessa says, thank you. You're very welcome. Pumpkin Soul, thank you for subscribing. Pumpkin Soul asks, may I ask when I'll see improvement in my health? Hang on one second. Let me read for Melissa, and then I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and see who else commented. But let's see. Melissa, this card is you. This card is your partner. This is kind of like where you're at. This is where he's at. And this is kind of what would bring balance to your life. So that's a lot of cards, sorry. So Melissa, the card that I got for who is Melissa in this relationship right now? I got the Page of Cups, which is somebody who loves beautiful things, somebody who just enjoys being alive, somebody who has a lot of gratitude. So this is a really beautiful card. And I think it really emulates all of the beauty and the kindness that you have in your heart and in your soul. Where you're kind of at in your relationship, you got the Two of Pentacles, which is like, there's a lot of stuff going on at work. There's a lot of inspiration in your magical and spiritual journey. And there's also stuff going on in your relationship. So you're like working really hard to balance things. And you might feel like the pressure, like you're feeling the pressure of having to carry a lot of things basically right now. So it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just is. And then when I look at your partner, I got the Sun, which is, being an adult, but also being playful and also being really super intense. So this is a cool kind of card to get. This is one of the major arcana cards. And for the Sun, I typically think that it's like really good energy, like kind of high vibrational type energy and that kind of thing. So this is your partner. And where they're at right now is the Eight of Wands. So remember, that's that card of like movement, flexibility, organization. So it seems like maybe you're feeling like things are really heavy and maybe they're trying to like overcompensate and like organize everything. And maybe you're feeling a little bit like, wait a minute, things are moving a little without me. And that could feel a little like dissonant. And then what would bring you guys balance in this relationship? I got the Knight of Pentacles, which is diligent, devoted, not given to risk. Look at this. They are not scared to climb this really big ladder. And it's like a really big job. They look like they're halfway done. They're doing a really good job of it, but it's a really scary task. And sometimes I think that that's what relationships are like. Like it's a lot of hard work to do this thing with this other person. Like it's very difficult. And you have to have a lot of good communication skills. And you have to want to be like intentional and to speak with this other person. And it is a big job. Any day you could slide down that ladder a few rungs. And any given day you could ascend all the way to the top. So this is definitely, to me, it means that you have a lot of goodness. You have a lot of benefit. You have a lot of gratitude. You have a lot of blessings that are left in that relationship, but it's also a very difficult thing to live with another human adult. So I hope that brings like a little bit of clarity to your path, Melissa. and that helps a little bit. Susan said maybe we're better off as friends. Sometimes. Karen commented and said, missed you last week and I was bummed, but I think of you as a spiritual advisor. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. Somebody else commented. Their name is Pumpkin Soul. They want to know when I'll see an improvement in health. I will pull this reading, and if I get a hit on when, I will let you know. When I do readings like this, I always tell people time frames if I have those time frames available to me. It just kind of depends. So hang on one second, Pumpkin Soul. And then Holly commented. So I'll read for Karen next, and then Holly. Let's see, Pumpkin. We got one card. This is the energy that surrounds you. And the second card, this is your clarity. Yeah, so you got two major arcana cards. You got the Fool for the energy that surrounds you, which means some big decisions need to be made, Pumpkin. So this means that like now is the time to start doing things maybe a little bit differently. And if you haven't seen improvement in your health in the past, maybe it's time to think about a different approach, whether that's an alternative provider or whether you have been seeking alternative providers. Maybe now is the time to seek a doctor, like actual medicine. But now is the time to think about things a little bit non-traditionally, and don't be afraid to like make big decisions right now. Like now is the time to do that. And then the clarity card, the energy that surrounds you, is the Magician. And so that is the card basically saying you're able to transmute anything. So like if you ask, when is my health going to be turned around? I find not always, but a lot of times when you have poor health, that's some sort of like lesson that we're learning. I've got a lot of like, I put this in quotation, chronic health issues, but like I do pretty good. I manage without medicine. Most of the time I'm okay, but sometimes I get really just bogged down and I'm not doing well. And a lot of times it's because my energy is not right, or I've taken on too much work, or I'm not listening to my body. So a lot of times the pain or the illnesses, the problems that we have with our health, they're not always, but a lot of times they're directly correlated with an imbalance in our own personal energy. So I'm going to ask just one more question. What would bring you balance, Pumpkin? What would bring you balance in your health? We're going to get this card, the Empress. So creativity, intuition, and abundance. I feel led to tell you this, Pumpkin. I've got my social medias on. I got my social medias on my channel page. Feel free to reach out to me via private message. I do offer quantum sound healing ceremonies, and the next time I'm offering them is on Sunday. And then again, after that, I think November 6th. And I do these at basically like you pay what you can or give me a donation or something like that. And these healing ceremonies help to clear the energy that surrounds you. And sometimes they can help to transmute that energy around health and wellness and that kind of thing. So I would love to offer you that if you want to move forward with your intuition, if your intuition leads you. If not, I strongly suggest that now is the time to take up some magical practice, whether that looks like meditation, transmutation, ritual, whatever you have. Now is the time to explore your magical power. Sometimes when we are ill or we're sick or we're going through health problems, that teaches us a lot about our power in other aspects. If it's not in our body, it's in other aspects. So I hope that one's helpful. All right, let's go ahead and we'll read for Karen and then Holly. Pumpkin Soul says, yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me because I won't remember. Okay, so let's see. We'll get Karen. Karen, this is your card. It's the energy that surrounds you. And then the next card is clarity. And then anybody else who is still watching the stream, if you haven't gotten a read yet, feel free to comment again. But let's see. So Karen, the energy that surrounds you is the sun. So I really strongly feel like for you, this is like kind of like an energy that's like, now is the time to introduce a little bit more playfulness, a little bit more fun, a little bit more like, I don't know, just like don't be so serious in your life. And maybe like look at your responsibilities and take care of your responsibilities, but like don't feel bad if you can't get to everything or if you can't get to everyone. Like allow your judgment of where you're supposed to be at to fall away, and allow everybody else's judgment to fall away as well. And in addition to that, go have some fun. This is a major arcana card. You also got another major arcana card. You got the Magician for the clarity card moving forward. So strongly feel like I know you mentioned earlier in this comment stream that you felt like you were on the right path and that things were evening out for you. The Magician to me as a clarity card is like a message or a symbol that you are doing the right things. Like you are like, incorporating your magic, incorporating your intention, incorporating your energy into your life, and that those benefits are starting to pay off for you. But like I said, don't take yourself too seriously, and make sure that you do something where you can lose time, whether that's meditating, playing a game, taking a walk out in nature. Go do something and forget about your watch, and just go enjoy yourself to the fullest extent of your being in that moment. And I hope that that one's helpful, Karen. Let's see. Jordan would love to do clarity and path reading. Jordan, do you have a specific question? If not, I could pull a path reading. I would love to do that. And then anybody else who's still watching, feel free to comment as well. Oh, Karen, I was reading for you, Karen Freeman. Okay, let's go ahead. I see you, Julia. Hang on a second. Let's read for Jordan first. Jordan would love to do clarity reading. So Jordan, this is your outcome. This is the sweet way, and this is the more difficult way. Okay. So the outcome, Jordan, Jordan says too many questions. So the outcome, Jordan, is the magician. So no matter what, no matter if you take the sweet way or the easy way, you are going to unlock creative potential with this new, leg of your journey, and you're going to really step into your magic. Like that's what this magician card is all about. It's about mastering the elements, and it's about feeling like I have some control in this. I have some control in this. Maybe not much, but oh, Holly message. Thank you, Holly. I'll get to you in a second. So the sweet path forward, Jordan, is the Empress. And this is creativity, abundance. I would say this is tuning into your creative potential. Like this is definitely like allowing yourself to think outside of the box and making space for creativity in your life, in your existence. And so what I would say from that is like, have you ever done journaling, or have you ever done like automatic writing? Like allow yourself to just draw, or to just paint, or to just write. Like just do it, and don't like judge yourself. Just allow your mind, your subconscious mind, to empty and open up and see what your creativity can bring to you, and see if that opens up any kind of processes in your life or gives you ideas about where you should be going. That would be the easy way. Listen to your subconscious mind, right? And then this is the more difficult way. It's the 5 of Cups. So this is loss and not seeing what remains. So this tells me that maybe you've been through some difficult things, or maybe you're about to come up on a time that has a little bit more density involved with it. But what this says is that like you're having a tough time figuring out what the point is, or you're having a tough time figuring out what's the next step, or what's the next goal. And so remember, both of these this is the difficult path, and the Empress was the sweet path, the easy path. So instead of like worrying too much, have gratitude and really focus on your creativity. That will unlock and open your potential as somebody who can do magic. We can all do magic. Rachel says, I'm new to this. What do I do? You could just comment if you want a reading. If I just kind of pull people out from the chat, but like if you want a guaranteed reading, feel free to send me a donation. Let's see. And then Shirley says, can I please have a question? Sure. Let's see. Jordan said, I love it, and I love to paint and journal, and that definitely speaks to you. Okay, good. I'm very glad, Jordan. That's really wonderful. Oh, by the way, do you see my shiny leggings today? I'm such a child. But I'm really glad, Jordan. I feel like a lot of people don't spend enough time opening up their creative energies, and that really blocks them both spiritually and just in their everyday life. I think that creativity is like the closest thing that we have to actually communicating with God or with spirit. And it's a really beautiful thing if you make space in your life for creativity. So thank you for sharing that with us. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Jordan said she loves my leggings. Yeah, they're like little, they're like dragon scales, and they're shiny, see? Oh, I love it. Okay, anybody else who's still watching, feel free to comment whether you want a question or like general reading. I'd love to give a read for you. And make sure that you do the thumbs up thing, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do go live like fairly often, like a couple times, I would say, a week, or I try to go live a couple times a week. I will be going live here probably, I want to say probably Saturday, and I'll be doing more of the shadow work readings. So I really love to do the shadow work readings too. And basically these archetype cards, Holly, I forgot about you again. Thank you for commenting. But they're like archetype cards. So if you're having some sort of problem or density in your life, I like to pull the different archetypes so you can explore those archetypes through shadow work and clear those densities from your path. So I will more than likely be doing that Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday. And I would love to be able to do that for you. So subscribe so you get that reading and that notification. So Holly, let's pull a couple cards for you. Holly, Dolly, Polly, we got the energy that surrounds you. And this is the next card. This is the clarity. Interesting. So like I'm pulling a lot of like major arcana cards. And so if you guys are kind of new to tarot, the major arcana cards are like big life events or themes, while the minor arcana cards, there's more of them. Those are like little details. So Holly, you got 2 major arcana cards and a couple people have as well. So this is like really significant for whatever reason. But the energy that surrounds you is again, the energy of the sun. I feel like you are the sun, like you're radiant, like you're doing really important things and you're making the moves that you should in this particular time in your life right now. The energy that moves you forward is the Hierophant, which is like, it could be like finding a teacher or like conventional authority. I love in this deck how the Hierophant looks like a woman. It's normally in other decks it looks like a pope or something like that. So that's super neat that this deck included the Hierophant as an authority figure for a woman. So that's pretty interesting. But so what I would say with this is maybe it's time to be inspired, if you're inspired, to look for a teacher or to look for somebody who is more of a masculine energy who could lead you in the right direction. I really feel like sometimes we know what we're doing and we know where to go, and other times we need direction. So this might be one of those calls. In fact, I'm going to pull one more card and ask for clarity on the Hierophant. What does this card mean? What does this card mean? So when I ask what this means, it says Queen of Pentacles, intense involvement with the physical world and a love of nature. So to me, this is further clarity. And this says that maybe it's time to find a teacher, maybe somebody who helps you understand a love for the physical world. Maybe this is somebody who helps you with gardening or hiking or going out on nature walks or things like this. I strongly feel like maybe there's a teacher or somebody who's coming up in your existence. It doesn't have to be a man. Like it could be a woman teacher too. But I know that the Hierophant a lot of times is masculine teacher energy. But either way, I feel like now is the time to seek extra help. But I want to drive this point home. You are the sun. Like you have enough radiance and awareness. And I strongly feel like it's often said that when the student is ready, the master appears. So I feel like you've done a lot of personal work, and it might be time for a teacher to appear in your life. So I hope that that's helpful. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Rachel MCD says, could I have a general reading? For sure, Rachel. Really quick, Holly says, yes, I need more direction and to figure it out. Yeah, definitely. So I hope that like I said, I hope that that's helpful. Sometimes it's like, we need to reach out. But other times I also feel like the message is like, no, your validation is important. And like you don't need validation from anybody else. I think I just like double canceled myself or something, but what I'm trying to say is your experience is the best teacher, and that's the most important. But sometimes it's good to find somebody who can direct energy and kind of help you out a little bit. But let's see. Rachel, I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. We got the energy that surrounds you. Oh, my dang. Okay, so like it's just a major arcana type night, I guess. So we got 2 more major arcana cards for this, Rachel. Rachel, the energy that surrounds you is the Magician. So this tells me that you're creative, you're skillful. Sometimes we need to be told that, right? Sometimes we need to be told that we're doing a good job, that we're paying attention to our creative mind and our abilities, our experience. So you are the Magician, Rachel. You have all of this beauty and this ability within you. You're a magical human and you're capable of so much. So if you haven't been feeling like that lately, here is your reminder that you are magical and that you, again, experience is the best teacher and that you know where you're going from this point. This is interesting. The clarity card, the card that drives you forward is the Star. And so this is like serenity, calm, healing energy. So this tells me that in your future, you have a lot of peace coming towards you. And this will probably be like a period, I would say probably like 6 to 7, 8 months of like calm, of like renewal, like really gentle lessons, like nothing that's like crazy, like tower moment, but this is instead gentle healing. So I hope that one's helpful, Rachel. Shirley, I hate doing love readings. I hate doing them. Like I despise them. Like I love everybody watching. I appreciate everybody watching and commenting and stuff, but like I like it. It makes me crazy to do the love readings because I'm I always feel like you're more important than anybody else that I could read for. Like you are the most important thing. I think a lot of people like Darrow got really like popular because a lot of people started reading on like YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that. And a lot of people do those love readings and stuff like that. And I can do them, but like, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more beauty and healing and potential to unlock in your own self. And a lot of times when you figure out what you want and you figure out where you're going, then that other person just aligns to you and you don't have to do or worry about anything with them. It just kind of aligns. You know what I mean? But let's see. Tracy would like a general reading. Shirley's keep on commenting about the love person. I love you, Shirley, but I don't want to do that for whatever reason. My intuition is like, don't do it. Sorry about that. That's very beautiful. Then it might be a very good thing for you. It might be a very good thing for you. Okay, so we're going to read for Tracy. We're going to do a general, like this is the energy that surrounds you. Ooh, that's interesting. Very interesting. And this is the clarity card. And ooh, very interesting. And this is what would bring you balance. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Tracy. This is like, woo, this is wild. Shirley, I would love to do a general reading for you. I will do a general reading for you after I finish this one with Tracy. Tracy, this is interesting. The energy that surrounds you is the 7 of Swords. This is cleverness, trickster energy, impulsive actions. So this is like a person dressed as a crow who is bringing down the sun. I think that that's a beautiful energy. I don't know if you're the trickster or if there's somebody around you in your energy that is acting like the trickster. Like somebody is, I have the feeling that somebody is trying to play some trickster energy with you. And I don't feel like they're trying to be malicious, but I feel like it could cause some problems or some like hiccups in your life. Like I feel like it could cause some drama, in other words. Not bad. I just feel like it's drama. Interesting drama. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward is the 5 of Wands. Look at this card. So this is like 2 people. They're like arm wrestling. There's some craziness going in the background. It's like cataclysm, deity, something in the back. So this tells me that, like I said, I feel like somebody is a trickster. This is like friendly competition between you guys, though. Like it could cause some drama, but I don't feel like it's bad. But I feel like some stuff is coming your way, and I would say this is probably like next 2 weeks. And then when I ask what would bring you the most balance in this situation, I got the 9 of Cards, which is the ability to defend yourself, but also kind of like simultaneously feeling like suffocated, like maybe you're forced into some sort of action. So what I would like to say is that a lot of people who are tricksters, they try to get your goat or get your energy, and they really try to just make drama for you. So what I would say is that it's okay, but you don't have to give into that. Like you don't have to give into that sense of drama or whatever. And you're able to defend yourself. And like I said, I don't feel like it's super mean spirited, but it's okay if somebody like barks at you for you to nip them, basically. Or that's my philosophy in life, anyways. And I've raised my kids the same way too. So it's like, hey, if you were mean to my kid on the playground and they just like smacked you, like I'm sorry, that's that's probably my fault. But okay, let's go ahead and do a general reading for Shirley. Thank you for being patient with me, Shirley. I appreciate you. So you got 1 card for Shirley. This is your energy that surrounds you. This is your clarity card moving forward. And this is what would bring you balance. I'll pull 3 cards for you too as well, Shirley. Let's see. And the moon. Okay, so the energy that surrounds you is the King of Swords. You are comfortable in making decisions, or in other words, you know what to go. So this is definitely your energy, Shirley, is you're not seeking validation right now. Like you shouldn't be asking other people what you should do or where you should go from this point. Like you know the answer. You know the answer without even having to ask anybody else. And if other people give you advice on this manner, it's probably going to be tainted by like what they think. So this is strong energy. Do what you think, because what you think is the most important. Your energy moving forward is the Five of Cups, which, I mean, this could be loss, but a lot of times it's not seeing the very good thing that's right in front of you. So like this is a very strong message for me. I would say that like you have a lot of beautiful things in your experience right now. Maybe that's beautiful friendships, beautiful partners, or love interests. There's a lot of beautiful things here, and if you don't pay attention to them and have gratitude for them and nurture them into existence, then they're gonna pass you by. And I think in this card, you see like a bunch of people and they're losing their balloons. Like their balloons are just floating away because it's like they didn't hang on to them tight enough. But what would bring you the most balance? I got the moon. And this card says, as above, so below. But this also is like a card that is definitely like for dreaming. So if I don't know if you guys are interested in this type of thing, but I think that you can receive messages or magic through your dreams. So this could be a message, Shirley, to pay more attention to your dreams, and maybe that would give you a little bit more magical clarity or psychic insight. And so if you're not doing this already, Shirley, I strongly, strongly suggest that you get a dream journal that is just dedicated to your dreams and write them down. Write them down. When you write down your dreams, you pay more attention to them and you're able to get more energy and insight from your dreams. So this is really important for you. Like I said, this directly goes hand in hand with that King of Swords energy. Like, you know what's up. Your intuition, your subconscious mind, your spirits, they're all trying to tell you what's up, and you know what's up. So pay attention to your dreams right now. That's really important. That's really important in this moment, Shirley. Kim says, oh, Deal, you're the best. Deal says, I admire how you set and enforce boundaries. Thank you. Like I said, sometimes I will do love readings, and sometimes I'm like, no, I hate them. I'm not doing that. But it depends on the person. You're very welcome, Shirley. Like I said, thank you for being patient with me. Kim, your comments are showing up, but I've got a lot of people commenting, and so like I don't look at the comments when I'm reading because I can't keep track of everybody. And then Chaley Atwood said, could I be added to your list? I don't have a list, but if you want a guaranteed reading, send me some dollars on PayPal, along with if you have a question or want a general reading or like a path reading, and I will do that. Even if it's like $1 or $2, like just send me a couple dollars and I will read for you. And then let's see. Tracy said, I don't really hang out with anyone. Oh, that's very interesting. I'm just not really good at seeing someone's intentions and how they feel about me. Yeah, Shirley, I feel like that too. So like I don't know anything about you, but like I'm like this grown-ass woman, like I'm nearly 30, and I just learned like literally like less than a year ago that I have a lot of autistic tendencies, and I have like a lot of trouble sometimes like communicating with people and understanding what their intentions are, because I feel like a lot of people who are neurotypical don't actually say what they mean when they're like communicating with you. They just expect you to understand what you mean, even if they don't say what they mean. So that's very frustrating to me as well. I find that I just ask a lot more questions than other people. So like if I can't understand what other people are thinking or what they're hinting at, like I just straight up ask them. So like sometimes it's funny and I'm the butt end of a lot of jokes, but my friends are like joking about things and I'm like, wait, are we serious, guys? And then everybody laughs at me. But it's okay, because I'd rather have that clarity and ask the question than like do something and like be silly or just not get the joke because I didn't ask. So I hope that helps. Oh, Shirley, that's so awesome. I'm glad that you're older than me. Many blessings for your return journeys along the sun. Oh, so he asked a lot of questions. So I mean, he could be like, trying to get to know you, but I don't understand the energy behind those questions either, because like he's not asking me those questions. So I mean, it's possible that they're interested in you, but it's also possible that they're just weird and wasting your time. Like, and I like always recommend that everybody always does their own divinations as well. Like anybody can pick up a tarot deck or a pendulum and do their own divination. So that's always good too. And he hasn't asked me on a date yet, so I'm wondering if he likes me or what. And he doesn't have to. Like, I think that's an outdated notion as well. If you want to hang out with somebody, even if it's not in a romantic sense, like you just want to know, like, are you a creep or like, are you actually a nice person? Like, just go to coffee with them in a public place and like, just ask them like, hey, do you want to go to coffee sometimes? I always think that that's a really good thing to ask. And then Kim Coleman. Hi, Kim. Kim would love a general reading. So let's go ahead and read for Kim. Let's see, Kim. So the energy that surrounds you is the Queen of Pentacles. So, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles, I'll show you the picture in a minute, but the Queen of Pentacles is typically like happiness and then like, like structure in the physical world and like a love of nature. So, and when you see this card, it's like this big, waterfall and like a mountain, lots of trees, lots of that nature energy, a sunset. So this definitely tells me, Kim, that you really could benefit from nature healing in this moment. Like, I mean, go out into nature and just like feel the sun on your face, feel the wind, feel the waters, and like be healed by nature. Like, this is a really important thing for you. I don't know if things have been maybe a little bit heavy in the past. If they have, nature is your medicine right now. This is definitely a call to get out into nature. Your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, Kim, is the Hanged Man, which means that you have like attachment to something, and maybe you feel a little bit like you're stuck, but just know that you can always cut the rope and let yourself down at any time. Sometimes we feel like we are stuck, or we feel like life gets heavy, and you have to go and like literally change your energy and to do something. So a really good way to do that is a weekend alone away in the wilderness. You know, like get out, go rent a cabin, go camp. There's so many state campgrounds, at least in Oklahoma. Go camp somewhere. Just go out and be in nature and see what that does for your energy, and see if that doesn't change or shift this situation and help give you clarity to move forward in your life. And I hope that one's helpful. Hi, Celeste. Sorry, there's a lot of people commenting. Info Entertainment says, I am cute. Thank you. I guess. Charlie Atwood says, have a great night. I hope you have a great night too. Let's see. Anna says, I don't know if you could answer this, but my question is, will my brother let me win the lottery in the next 2 weeks? I don't know. It feels like I shouldn't answer that question, Anna. I'm sorry. Let's see. Hi, Bethany. I can't wait to hear what Brittany reads for you. Who is Bethany? Wait a second. There's too many people commenting. Okay, I'm just going to stop scrolling through the comments and let's see. Zaneb says, how will Usman react to seeing me in a romantic way after 5 years? Zaneb, I will read this. I'm just going to do like a general reading for you. Okay? Because I feel like that would be helpful for you in this moment. Like, here's where you're at. That's the card. And this is what would bring you balance. Because honestly, like, I'm going to tell you without pulling any cards, like, it doesn't matter how he's going to react. You're the only one that matters in this situation. So like the energy that surrounds you is the 3 of Wands. And this means that it's time to open up to a new journey. And the message here is that this is a new journey, and it's not about looking into the past. It's not about letting like everything that happened in the past kind of like hurt you or upset you, or even like block the beauty that you have right now in your experience. So this is definitely a message to look forward to the future, or look forward to what you have right here and right now. And then the Page of Swords is your kind of like your clarity card, what moves you forward. And this is like basically like preparation energy. So what I would say is now is the time to maybe prep to do shadow work, to do that kind of thing. I really feel like you have like a good relationship right now, and you shouldn't be worried about what this other person thinks like that. I don't know if that's the message that you wanted to get, but that's definitely the message that Spirit wants me to send to you. And I hope that that one is helpful, Zainab. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Anna, I will do a like a, what is it called? A general reading for you. We'll pull 2 cards. Hey, Bethany, thank you for commenting. I'll read for you after I read for Anna. Hang on one second. So we got 1 card. This is Anna. This is where you're at, the energy that surrounds you. And then the next card is, nope, this one. This is what moves you forward. Hang on, info. Hang on. A lot of people are commenting now. Okay, so the energy that surrounds you, Anna, is the Fool, which is carefree, making important decisions. So like the Fool doesn't necessarily mean that you're a fool. It means that like you have a lot of potential for like new experience in your life, like turning a new page. This is like new energy. So there's a lot of energy of new and growth that kind of surrounds you right now. So you have the ability to grow a lot. You have the ability to change. In this card, you see somebody who's setting sail. They're setting sail on a new adventure. So this might be like kind of a message to you. Now is the time to set sail, to get out there and to go try something different. And the energy that is surrounding you right now is the 8 of Cups, which is again time to move on. Like now is the time to move on, to do some reflection and to figure out kind of what the next step or what the next journey is for you. And I hope that one's helpful. Let's see. Hang on, we're going to read for Bethany, and then I'll scroll down and read whoever has commented last. I love you all, and I wish I had a better way to organize the comments. Sometimes it's very difficult to do that. But let's see. Bethany, we got this card, which is the energy that surrounds you. And this card is clarity, moving forward. Okay, so the energy that surrounds you, okay, is the Empress, which is like creativity, abundance. You see this woman, it looks almost like she's made out of flowers, and she's just walking through this like weird psychedelic dark tunnel. So this means that you have a lot of like power, a lot of like abundance energy, a lot of creativity. I'm going to ask for clarity. This is one of the major arcana cards. So I'm going to pull one more card about the Empress and see what's clarity for that. So yeah, so I get 10 of Cups, which is happiness, fulfillment, and appreciating everything that you have. There's like a bunch of people bathing in a waterfall. So that's really beautiful. So what I see here for you, Bethany, for the energy that surrounds you, you got a lot of good. So if you don't feel that right now, it means that good is coming to you, definitely. But now is the time to really tune into your intuition and to understand that you can draw goodness to your life, just like a magnet draws, other magnets to itself. You are able to have that magnetic pull and resonance to beautiful, good, happy things in your life. And then the energy that moves forward, the clarity card, is the Three of Pentacles, which is basically like being a master at what you do, like mastery. This is a card of mastery, Three of Pentacles. It's like, working, doing something that you love to do, and like actually like, making a living off of doing it. So I strongly feel like a lot of this energy is like, to me, the message is like, you know what you want to do, what creates a lot of passion in your life, and so now is the time to actually like make steps and follow it, like go follow your passions. That would be really important, and especially work that you find satisfying. A lot of us work because we have to pay the bills. Some of us are lucky enough to work and actually enjoy what we do. So if this is you, or if you have the opportunity to make a move to enjoy what you really do, it's time to think about reordering your life and doing something that you love. So I hope that one's helpful, Bethany. Overall, it looks really good to me. Oh no, wait, I lost the comments. Okay, good. Okay, hang on. Like a lot of people are commenting again. Wait a second. Okay, we're gonna highlight Celeste. Celeste says she's had a rough week, and let's do a read for Celeste. And thank you guys all for sitting in the stream and for waiting for me and being so patient. I really appreciate you. Make sure you thumbs up this. It really helps with the algorithm. And feel free to share this feed. Like if you have any groups where people might want to get a reading, like share the feed with them, or send it in private message to your friends and things like that. I really appreciate it. Like word of mouth is the best thing. But let's go ahead. We're going to pull. This card is like Celeste. This is the energy that surrounds you. And the next card, this is what would bring you balance. Interesting. So you got the 7 and the 6 of Pentacles, Celeste. So the 7 of Pentacles is the energy that surrounds you, and it's satisfaction of a job well done. So to me, this seems like your job is going well, whether it feels like that or not. Things are going well for you. Like this is actually a good thing. And not only is it good, but you feel satisfied to be able to do this, basically. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, what brings you balance, is the 6 of Pentacles. And this really means that like you have to allow other people to help you. Like if you need something, you actually have to reach out. We probably talked about this in the past, but like you can't be the only person that does all the help. You have to ask for help sometimes. So this is a strong message that if you're feeling overwhelmed or if stuff really just does suck, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for resources. It's okay to even just ask for somebody to sit with you. Like it's okay to ask for help. And I know that that's really deeply ingrained in a lot of us not to ask for help, but this is a strong message. It's time to ask for help. But you're doing a good job. Like that's the point that you should drive home and take home from that, Celeste, is you're doing a really good job. And sometimes it doesn't matter. Life is so heavy that you can do a really good job and it still feels heavy. That's why we have friends, and that's why we have help, and that's why we have a village and a community. So make sure that you reach out for help. Bethany said that was helpful. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, this was an interesting question. Oh, Bethany, really quick. Bethany says, I've been looking for a new job lately, and I found a temp job along the way, but haven't landed the job yet. But you have some dreams. Yeah, good. I like temp work because it gives you the ability to meet a lot of people and to make connections. So even if it's not the most money or the exact job that you want, I think that being in a temp agency is a really good, because it opens up your experience and your ability to try new things, maybe things that you wouldn't have tried before. So that's really awesome. Celeste says thanks, and yes, things are heavy. Okay, hang on now. This was an interesting question. We've got Info Entertainment says, what is my person A planning towards our reconciliation? And right now we're separated. Are they planning reconciliation? So I'm gonna do like 3 cards info. So I'm gonna do, this is info. This is this other person that we're talking about. And this is like what's going on with the relationship. Okay. So the card that I got for you specifically, info, is the 10 of Cups. And this is appreciating what you have and looking at the happiness and the joy that you have in your life. So this is a really great card to have in the energy that surrounds you. It means that generally there's like good things that are around you. There's energy of like celebration and just happiness, gratitude. So this is really good. For this other person, I got the Ace of Cups, which is rebirth, love, healing, charity, kindness, that kind of thing. And in this card, it looks like there's like a witch who's like doing some sort of bathing ritual on a person. So this is a really cool card. This means, I think, that the other person is going through a period of like renewal, or they're on their own healing journey right now. Whether that means that they reconcile with you or not, it's not known to me, basically. But they are they're basically doing well in their own path, and you should be happy for them for that as well. Now, your relationship, this is like clarity for what's going on with you. You got the moon. So I really strongly feel like now is the time again to like really pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams will tell you a lot more about the situation than I ever could. Sometimes we break apart from people because we do need to go on our own healing journeys, and sometimes we reconnect and sometimes we don't. But either way, I strongly feel like your dreams have a lot to tell you about this particular person and this particular situation. So now is the time to pay attention to yourself, pay attention to your own psyche. You have a lot of good messages that are coming your way, especially in the form of dreams. So pay attention to those dreams. Let's see. Emma says, hang on, Emma. This is interesting too to me. Emma says, my card keeps saying that he doesn't like me, but my pendulum says he does like me. Can I get a reading whether or not he likes me? So Emma, let me just give you a pendulum tip really quick. And maybe you already know this, so I'll just shoot it out there for viewers. But before I ask a question, I always hold my pendulum and I say, am I allowed to ask this question? So like if they tell me no, then I don't ask that question. I would definitely say if your cards are telling you no and your pendulum is telling you yes. I have had a lot of tricky pendulums that tell me yes when it really means, oh, you shouldn't do that. Also, just because your cards tell you no, it could tell you that if you take this path, this is going to be like a lot of work and a lot of hard work. Doesn't necessarily mean no. It just means the path ahead is difficult. And some relationships are more difficult than others. So that's something to think about. But Emma, I'm just going to pull one card for what would give Emma more balance right now. Dang, Emma. So that card fell out. That's definitely yours. What would give Emma more balance? You got the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Which is like, this is like a card that says to me that there's like some sort of fear. I don't know if that's fear because you've had negative past relationships, or you just maybe are a little fearful of moving forward in this relationship. What I would say is now it's time to kind of reevaluate, and where does this fear come from in your life? Is it justified, or is it because you've had past experiences that were kind of difficult and you haven't processed through them? If you have fear, there's a reason for it. It might not be a good reason, but you have to figure out where that comes from. So I think now is the time to do some inner work and reflection and then move forward with more divination. And I hope that's helpful. Hi, somebody said hi, you got this, you got this. Let's see. Chrissy says, let's see, is love ever coming towards me? Am I my whole life single? I'm getting worried. So Chrissy, I really feel like our focus dictates our energy. And a lot of people have this like weird focus about them where they're like, I have to get married by this age, and I have to have kids by this age, and I have to have this by this age. And when you do that, you like basically prove yourself wrong, and you're like setting yourself up for the opposite of what you want, because your focus is just not quite right. You're focusing on the not wanted instead of the thing that you want. So I don't think that anybody who wants to have a partner is meant to be single. I just simply don't believe that. I believe that anybody could attract the perfect partner of their existence. That's my personal belief. But Chrissy, I will pull 2 cards to you. And these cards are going to be, where are you at right now? What would move you forward on the path of love and self-acceptance? Okay, so the card for the energy that surrounds you is the moon, which means that you have a lot of creativity. This is another message. You need to pay attention to your dreams. When you see this, it looks like, and when I see this card anyways, the impression I get is that there's something that is like it's just hidden out of reach. So like I said, it's really important to do shadow work and to make sure that your focus is on like I want to be healthy and I want to attract the best partner possible, and not necessarily like, am I ever going to find anybody? No, I'm never going to find them, or I have to find them by this time, or it's never going to happen. Like, stop thinking in absolutes, stop thinking in terms of conditions. And I really like Abraham Hicks. I feel like they're really good at helping me get out of kind of that type of mindset if I'm there. And Abraham Hicks has a lot of free videos on YouTube about love and about relationships. So you might look into what they think about that type of mindset. I think that would help you shift. And like I said, things are just cloudy for you. When I ask for balance, I get that you're an outcast and that you've had a lot of hardship in your life. And in this card, you kind of see this like monster on a cliff getting ready to jump. So Chrissy, like I said, I really strongly feel like shadow work is a good idea for you. Like looking into your shadow, looking into the parts of yourself that maybe you don't like as much as the other parts, or looking into the parts of yourself that other people have named you or have told you that you're good at or told you that you're not good at, and find what's right for you. Like truly, deeply look into yourself. If you don't know what shadow work is or how to do it, make sure that you check out my page. I'm going to be live on this channel on Saturday, sometime in the afternoon, to do shadow work sessions live. And so make sure that you follow for those. And I would love to pull more shadow work, basically insights to help you get started on how to kind of move through that energy. But that would be helpful. Lila maybe says, are you still doing free readings? Yes, and you're it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. See, we got the energy that surrounds you, and we've got, let's see, this is what would bring you balance. Leela, thank you very much, Leela. Okay, so Leela, the energy that surrounds you is the Four of Swords, which is basically like, let me show you. It's like, you know what? I'm done fighting. Like, I am done fighting in this moment. I am ready to move forward, to move on. And now is the time to process and to maybe step into a different type of energy. Like, we're all really good at struggling. Like, a lot of us have struggled a lot in our lives. None of us, or very few of us, I should say, very few of us are good at being, what's the word here? Are good at thriving. A lot of us know how to struggle because the world has conditioned us to struggle. And I believe we're not supposed to struggle. Remember, we are here to be alive, to do fun things, and to do cool ass shit. So the message here is, it's okay if you have felt withdrawn lately. It's okay to withdraw. Now is the time to turn inwards, to withdraw, to take away, and to say, look, I'm not going to struggle anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm going to have a good life, and I'm going to claim my good life. So this is the first step in claiming that new good life, that good experience. The energy that moves you forward, this is what would bring you balance, is the Two of Pentacles. So this tells me that you don't have a lot of like balance right now in your life for whatever reason. Like, there's just too much going on at work, or maybe there's too much going on with your family life, and there's just like, you feel like you're being pulled in like a couple of different directions. And so like, that really is what you're struggling with. Like, I feel like you're spinning too many plates, right? Like, like you have too much responsibility, and it's really hard for you to come back to neutral and to like evaluate your life and evaluate what you want to do, because you're overwhelmed right now. So now is the time for you to kind of, like I said, withdraw, and maybe get yourself out of some commitments that you've taken on, and reevaluate commitments and think, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to get away from so that I can have more personal time and more time for personal development, basically. But it's okay to withdraw, and it's also okay for things to change, for boundaries to change, and for situations to change. I hope that one's helpful, Leela. Wonder Girl, I don't like to do relationship readings like that. You know whether this person is loyal to you or not. You already know that without me having to ask any questions. I would much rather ask questions about the energy that surrounds you, or what could help you with personal development. I feel like that is a way better use of both of our times than just asking the cards about some other person, because they're not important. You're important. If they were important, they would be on here asking for a reading. They're not that important. You're the most important. Sorry. Okay, we've got Lily here. Lily, the energy that surrounds you, interesting, is death. And let me pull this up for you. Look at that. So death is the card of transformations. I love this card so much. So it's like a creepy, psychedelic looking skull, but there's life growing out of the skull. So this means that right now you probably already knew. Like when I pulled this card, you were like, yes, I know that I'm going through transformations right now. You didn't have to tell me. But really, what I'm trying to say here is if you're going through transformations, now is the time to be compassionate to yourself and to be just like, be okay with where you're at, basically. Don't push yourself. Don't expect too much of yourself. Just be, and allow that transformation to wash over you. It comes into our life as an immutable force. And it's like, you can fight transformation every step of the way, or you could simply just chill, move forward, and allow transformation to wash over you with ease. Everything can be done with ease. So the clarity card, what would bring you some balance, is the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Caitlin, I don't think I read for you. I will read for you, though. Lily, you get the Ace of Pentacles for what would bring you balance. And so to me, this is like, again, like finding medicine in nature and like really finding basically like solace in watching things grow. Whether that's yourself, whether that's like, I don't know if you have kids, like watching your kids grow or babysitting other kids and like just being so happy to watch things be alive, or maybe even getting some plants. But like, this is like a very strong message to you that now is the time to allow things to grow in your life. If you've been through a period of transformation where there's been like a lot of culling or a lot of energy of loss and things like that, sometimes it can feel a little skeptical to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to let everything grow now. So like, remember to get in that headspace that you're allowed to have things that are beautiful. You're allowed to grow, and you're allowed to let this journey unfold as it may. Oh my gosh, Lily, are you kidding me? Lily says they're going through nasty divorce, lots of stuff going on. Yeah, I feel you. So like, you can always transmute everything. Like, again, I am a chaos magician. Like, I do chaos magic, and everything but death can be transmuted. Any chaos that somebody spins up against you, it can be shifted. Everything can be shifted except for death. Everything. So I hope that helps you. And if you are also a chaos person or a magic person, understand that you have that power within yourself. You have that power to shift everything. Caitlin, you're the sweetest. Caitlin said I look pretty. Oh, thank you. And you probably didn't miss your reading. I think I just missed you. There's a lot of people commenting tonight. But let's go ahead. We'll pull a couple cards for Caitlin. Let's see. Okay, so we got one card. Lily says, thank you, and I'm working on it. Good, Lily. I'm glad that you're working on it. I feel like my intuition says that sometimes you were put through a lot of chaos because you have to prove to yourself how powerful you are. It's like the ruby slippers, right? Where like Dorothy goes through all these trials and tribulations, and like at the end of the movie, the witch is like, you could have just clicked your heels together and gone home all the way at the beginning, and you could have avoided all this trouble. But like, she had to go through that struggle to learn her true power. So sometimes, Lily, we go through these unimaginable circumstances that are very difficult, and they teach us about our own power. So I hope that is the blessing in this very heavy, difficult situation. Okay, so let's go ahead, Caitlin. We're going to pull a couple of these cards for you. So this is the energy that surrounds you. And this is what would bring you balance. Dang. Okay, so this is heavy. This is actually pretty heavy, Caitlin. The energy that surrounds you is the Ace of Pentacles. So again, this is like nature, peace, sanctuary. So like, you have the ability to have peace. Like, regardless of where you're at, regardless of what you're going through, you have the ability to find peace, to make it, to create it, to build it. You have this ability within you. However, the clarity card, what moves you forward, what's going on in the future, is that is a 10 of swords, and a lot of times this means like something is coming to an end. Like this is like a major end. Sometimes this is like a rejection of religious authority, where like, you know, maybe a lot of people see that you're doing other things with your life and they're just like not happy about it. But honestly, this feels like something really big is ending in your life, and that now is a time to kind of move forward. I'm going to pull one more card. This is going to be your balance card, Caitlin. This is your balance. Yeah. And the balance card is the 4 of swords. So this means it's time to withdraw and to figure out what this all means for you. So like, again, Ace of Pentacles is the energy that surrounds you. This is peace. This is peace. But 4 of swords is telling you you need to retreat, to do that shadow work, and to actually like to plan your life. Like that sounds so silly, but and simple too. But plan your life and figure out, what is it that I want to have more of in my life? What kind of energy do I enjoy being around? And what do I want to cultivate more of in my experience? You have to withdraw and get quiet to be able to hear those answers. You have the ability to reach within yourself and to ask these questions and to get these answers, but you have to be open to doing it first. So definitely a message of withdrawing. I was hoping that we would get more messages that were like, let's get out there and do everything, because like, I don't know, I feel like we had Mercury retrograde and all the planets were in retrograde, and that was like a lot of withdrawing energy. So now I'm like senselessly hoping for more personal shifts in our lives. Okay, so Andre asked about a job. Andre, let's just pull one card and see what happens. At a Farfetch company. Huh. I wonder if the company is called Farfetch, or you just think that maybe it's not it's not really a possibility. Let's see. So we got this card is what's going on with this job. Wheel of Fortune, fate, karma, luck, cycle, things turning for the better. So what this says to me, Andre, is that anything is a possibility. That job is definitely a strong possibility. A lot of times the Wheel of Fortune is like you have the ability to create change in your life, and you just have to take that first step to doing it. So whether that is getting better training for this job, or sending your resume, or actually setting up an interview, like I would definitely jump for that job. And you never know, like you just never know what alignments lie in your path and what's coming next. So it is very possible. It's definitely a possibility. Let's see, Micah. Let's read for Micah. Oh, the guitar guy. Somebody should comment his guitar page. So this dude named Micah plays a mean guitar. Like I play guitar, but like chords. This guy like actually plays guitar and is like actually good at it. So somebody link his channel. But Micah, I will pull some cards for you. We've got one card. This is the energy that surrounds you. And the second card is, hi, Lisa. The second card is, this is the clarity card. So the energy that surrounds you, Micah, is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is basically this message of life continues to happen and to unfold. And sometimes we feel like we get wrapped up in like sticky situations, but like you can always leave. Like you can always change things. You can always just decide collectively, like, we're going to do something different now. Like, I actually don't want to do any of that drama. So like, this is definitely a message to you that you're in control. Even if things feel like a little wonky right now, you're the one who's in control, and you have the ability to move forward and to basically to take your power and to shift things in your favor. That's a good way to put it. Your clarity card is the 9 of Swords. And this is like a person who fell asleep on the train tracks. So this card specifically talks about, Micah, like something is going on right now and you're just not awake to it. So like, I strongly feel like maybe somebody is just not acting in your best interest. And maybe you know about this, and maybe you're like afraid to like cut that cord or cut that tie, essentially. But I strongly feel like you need to wake up, or like life is going to wake up for you, and it might cause some chaos. So like, I would think very clearly about whatever situations are causing some emotional density or disturbance in you. And now is the time to wake up and to really, like I said, cut that cord, take your power back, and to really take things in your own hands and to change them. Let's see. Lisa says, would you, okay, Sakshi, you keep on commenting about a love reading. I don't like to do love readings, and I just don't want to do it. I would gladly do like a general reading for you, but I always feel like, again, like I said this like 8 times tonight, but like, you are way more important than this other person. You are way more important than them. I don't want to read for them. They're not important to me. You're here, and I would love to read for you, but I don't care about that other person. So I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and we'll draw for Lisa. You're very welcome. Deal says thank you for Micah's reading. You're very welcome. Sorry, Sakshi. But let's go ahead. We'll draw for Lisa. Lisa, I'm gonna pull. I'll pull at least 2 cards, maybe more. We'll see what's going on. Let's see. Sakshi, I would love to do a general reading for you. So we got this card is the energy that surrounds you. This card is clarity. We're going to do 3 cards actually, Lisa. And this card is what would bring you balance. Okay, so the energy that surrounds you, Lisa, is the energy of the sun. Basically, like to me, this is saying that, oh, there we go. This is saying that you're this adult who's got like, oh no, I'm frozen. Hopefully I come back soon. Oh, dang it. Am I back? Hopefully I'm back. But okay, anyways, Lisa, this is the message that you're an adult, that you have a lot of responsibilities, but that you also have to take time for play. Like you have to take time to do fun things. Like that is very important. That will lead to basically like your spiritual alignment and your wellness. Lisa says nope. Dang it. Well, I'm just going to go on with the reading, and whatever part of this you catch is the part you need to hear. But and hopefully it'll show up on the replay. But anyways, this is a message that right now you need to invite more play into your experience, because that really helps you unlock your potential. Like you are spending a lot of time on responsibilities, and while those things are important, you have to balance with play. You have to do something that is fun for you. The next card is, this is basically like, this is like what would provide clarity in your life. This is like what is coming next. And you got the King of Pentacles. And so this tells me that I think maybe you can have fun and make money. I don't know. Like maybe you have like this side hustle and you actually really enjoy that thing, and it creates a lot of joy in your life and your existence. This might be a message that it's time to reevaluate how you're making money. Can you add any more fun? Or basically, is there another way to make money that you're just overthinking right now, or that you haven't really paid any mind to? And then this card would bring you balance. Disconnection from adult responsibilities and nostalgia. So this is 6 of Cups. This really drives home that message that I had about the sun, about inviting more play into your life. This literally is like again, shifting off the responsibilities of basically everything that is very heavy for you, and inviting more light energy. I strongly feel like a fire ceremony would be good for you, basically where you like write down a bunch of things that you wish to release, and on the other side of the paper you write down the things you wish to bring into your life, and then you can burn them, release them. But I really feel like that would be good and beneficial for you, Lisa, to just invite more play, and maybe do that through ceremony. But let's see, I'm going to scroll up really quick, because I told, what was her name, Shakshi would like a general reading. So I would love to do that for you. Thank you for being patient with me. Angela, I don't like to do relationship readings. Angelina, sorry. Because like I don't care about that other person. I care way more about you than I care about them. But Shakshi, let's see. This is the energy that surrounds you. There we go. And this is the energy of clarity. Yeah, so this is interesting. So the energy that surrounds you, Shakshi, is the 5 of Wands, which is like competition, but like, let's see, there we go. Competition, but like good spirited. Like it's just kind of fun. It's meaningless competition. Nobody's really going to win anything, and people are just having fun. So that's kind of the energy that surrounds you. I know that you were asking about relationships kind of earlier. I would say that whatever relationship you're in, I don't really feel like maybe it's like super serious. Like I'm not saying to like drop this relationship. I think that we have many experiences and many relationships through our lives, and some of them are really just supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be lessons and that kind of thing. So right now, enjoy the energy of play, enjoy the energy of competition, enjoy the energy of what is. Clarity card, the what moves you forward is the Devil, and this is basically really inviting you to think about what is creating bondage in your life. Like how do I say this? So what is tying you down to this idea that you have to be stuck with a certain person, or a certain type of person, or a certain type of lifestyle? Like what makes you think that you're limited? You are not limited. That is my message to you, Shakshi. You are not limited at all. You have the ability, again, to change anything in your life. And you have the ability really to move away from other people, other situations, things that you would never question before in your life. You have the ability to do that. It just takes it just takes the ability to like move forward, to take that first step and to say, you know what, I'm not 100% okay with this, and I think that I want to change things. I want to do things completely differently. So what I would ask myself, if this was my reading, I would ask, what is it in my life that I feel like I'm chained to? What am I chained to, and how can I let go of those bonds or cut those cords? I really feel like a lot of this energy is just very kind of like the heavy energy of like attachment. Like you've got a lot of attachments in your life that are kind of like negative, and they're not serving you, whether those are emotional attachments or otherwise. So I think now is a time to cord cut. You might even look into doing like a cord cutting ceremony. Those are really super fun. And I think they're really effective as well, both psychologically and magically. So that's something that I would think at Shakti. Lisa Leonard, just try to check the replay and see if that helps, and if you can, yeah. And so let's read for Twinkle Twinkle. Or maybe you weren't meant to hear that, Lisa. Maybe somebody else was supposed to get your message. Oh, Shakti, thank you so much. Okay, so we got Twinkle Twinkle. This is the most serious reading of the night. Oh, thank you for sending me the virtual hug. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, Twinkle Twinkle, really serious. You've got like super serious names. So it's going to be a super serious reading. We've got the energy that surrounds you, Twinkle. Oh, interesting. And we've got the energy that moves you forward. Very interesting. Okay, so the energy that surrounds you, Twinkle Twinkle, is justice. Let me think on this for a minute. So justice is blind. Justice is also in this deck. She's walking through water, or they are walking through water. There we go. I'm having trouble holding the card right. There we go. So in my mind, this means that you are truly searching for what is right in your life right now. So it's like maybe you've gone through a lot of things that have caused you to rethink and rehash what you've been doing in your life, and to maybe even rehash and rethink your relationships. But that's okay. That's okay to rethink things. It's okay to rethink things. The clarity card, what's in your future, I got the 7 of Wands, which is aggressive and defensive. So it makes me think like maybe Twinkle Twinkle, you are reevaluating your life, and there are certain people in your life who are upset about that. Like they're upset that you're like reevaluating things and trying to move forward with the best path for you. And they essentially, basically, it's like you're trying to set a boundary with them, and they're like, how dare you set a boundary with me? Like they're upset about it. So I'm going to ask one more card, Twinkle Twinkle. And this is going to be what would bring you balance. Dawn is back. Hello. If you'd like a reading, just tell me, and I can do general, or if you have like a question, we'll see. But 2 of Swords, isolation, guarding, and all energy on a task. So this really tells me that whatever it is that you're figuring out right now, Twinkle Twinkle, whatever it is that you're figuring out, you need to double down on it. Like now is the time to double down. And if that is boundaries, or that is like deciding what it is that you want to do with your life, now is the time to double down and to really like, yes, I am going to set these boundaries. I am going to change my life. I'm going to make these changes in myself and in my experience, and then I'm going to move forward. But that is really, really important energy for you, Twinkle Twinkle. Wow, that was a lot. So that was a super serious reading. I'm going to get some water, and then everybody else who's still watching, comment if you'd like a reading. I've got this really cool, it's a glass water bottle, but it's covered in silicone. It's the best. Hi, Cheryl. Water's the best. Oh my goodness. Okay, Cheryl, I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for you. We'll just do a general reading. Oh, a water break is so nice, though, after you've been talking for like an hour and a half. Okay, Cheryl asks, how does Denver feel about me? I don't like to do relationship readings, but I said that I would read for you before you ask the question, so I will do it this time. Angelina, I don't want to. I will do a reading for you, but I don't want to do a reading for this other person. Like, I don't think it's worth my time or yours. Like, I think what I would tell you, you wouldn't like it. Sorry. If you have a different question that's not related to this other person, I would love to read for you. Or like I said, I could do a general reading. That's perfect too. This is Throat Punch Thursday because I like to give people the readings that they need, and not necessarily the readings that they want to hear. It's not for everybody though. It's not for everybody. So, okay, Cheryl, here you go. What does Denver think of you? So oh, she wants a general reading. Hang on, I got to reshuffle now. Got to reshuffle. I don't like to do love readings. I mean it, because I feel like the people you ask about are not as important as you. Like, you're the most important. You're here right now. If it was important to them, they would be here asking the question, you know? But I really feel like if we do the work for ourselves, then those partners align with us. And if you do the work for yourself, you know how they feel about you, and you know if it's a good thing. You know a good thing when you see it, and you also know when it's not a good thing. So Cheryl, let's see the energy that surrounds you, the clarity. Wow. Okay, Cheryl, this is really nice. Kaylin, I'm reading for a couple other people, but I would love to read for you in a minute. Okay, so Cheryl, hang on a second. I'm going to highlight you so I don't lose your comment. Cheryl, the energy that surrounds you is the Empress. So I just want to, again, point out this is a tarot deck. This is the major arcana, the Empress. So this is you. You are the energy of creativity. You embody intuition. You embody like all that is like basically like growing in abundance. This is you. Like, you are everything. You are power. You are magical. You are mystical. That is beautiful. Okay? That is beautiful. Your clarity card, like, this is what drives you forward. This is like the next step in your life, right? You got the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is celebration, particularly after a period of working very hard, very hard. So what I'm trying to say here, Cheryl, is you are about to reap what you have sown in the best way possible. You have been working extremely hard. You've probably been doing a lot of work on yourself. You've been doing a lot of work maybe in your community, or maybe you've just been putting in a lot of extra hours. You have been doing a lot of work, and now is the time to reap that benefit and reap that reward. I'm going to ask one more question, Cheryl, and this is going to be, what would give Cheryl the most balance right now? Okay, Cheryl, message. Message. 8 of Swords. The only thing that holds you back right now is yourself. This is basically like a person who has put themselves inside of a cage. You're inside of a cage of your own making, whether that's your mind or whether that's been your experiences in the past. You're in a cage of your own making. And the only thing that is limiting you right now is yourself. Yep. And Cheryl says that she's also an intuitive. That's wonderful, Cheryl. You know what's up. You know how we can get in our own way, how our mind gets in our own way. So this is definitely very important. Reevaluate what holds you back. And are the obstacles that you perceive in your path actually obstacles, or is it just you? That's something to think about right now. That's something to think about. Okay, hang on now. We're going to read for Dawn. I'm just going to do general. Let's do general. Cheryl, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, we got one card. This is the energy that surrounds you. Oh, that just came up. Interesting. So now it's coming up again. All right, and then we've got the clarity card moving forward. Okay, so the energy that surrounds you is justice. So this is... Uh-oh, wait a second. Hey. Admins, there's somebody spamming on Facebook. Go nail them. Anyways, Dawn, the energy that surrounds you is the Justice card. When I look at this card, I see that you've been doing like a lot of reflection, like a lot of inner work. And now when you look inside of yourself, it's like, I like what I see. I like the person I am. I like my efforts. I like what I've done. So this is like a really good place to be at. Like, you feel good. This is just the very smallest reminder that you have to keep walking down your own true path of alignment. And that every time you make a decision or you allow somebody to disrespect your boundaries, it is upsetting that person who you've worked so hard to become. So make sure that you stay true and authentic to yourself. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, this is the 7 of Pentacles. So this means that you've been working really hard and you're satisfied with that hard work. It's like, I've put in some good time here and I've done a lot of good. So I think that's really good. Basically, what this says to me is that you've done a lot of work, both in the material world and working on yourself, your mind, your shadow work, that kind of thing. And you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. So I'm going to ask one more question. And this question is, what would bring balance? Hey, admin, get the Facebook spammer. What would bring more balance for you, Dawn? So you got the 6 of Cups. Six of Cups is kind of a message to forget about being an adult and to be a child. Like, go do something that makes you feel like a child or a little kid. For me, it's always video games. Like, I know that's so stupid, but I really enjoy video games. I enjoy like painting, like watercolors, finger painting. That stuff is really fun to me. And this is how you kind of keep the ball rolling. Like, if you do a lot of good work and you always work, then it's like your body and your energy, your mind, your spirit gets so tired. So you can't be working all the time. Well, it's good to kind of, again, Seven of Pentacles energy, look at all of the things that you have created and to be so happy with the work you've put in. It's important to remember to balance yourself out and to keep a lighthearted existence and to play as well. That's very important. And it's always Facebook spammers too. Like, it's never spammers on YouTube. Y'all on YouTube are good people. Okay, hang on now. We got a couple people commenting. Okay, so Angelina would like a general reading, and then Kaylin, I'm going to call you Kaylin, but if you say your name differently, feel free to type it in the comments and I will remember it. But Angelina, let's go ahead and we're going to do the energy that surrounds you. Oh, that's wonderful. And then we're going to do the clarity card for you. We'll see what happens. So this is really good, Angela. You got, for the energy that surrounds you, you got the Three of Pentacles, which is like being very masterful in the work that you do and like enjoying the work that you do as well. So you see, like, there's three people and they look like they're all raising this really, really humongous statue. So this is you. You are taking up a really big task, and you enjoy this type of work. You enjoy what you're doing. So this could mean that you are either in a job that you really enjoy, or pathways are opening up for you to be able to find a job that's something that is very joyful, impactful. I like doing this and I make money doing this. But this overall is a message that the job that you're doing is well. It's a very good job and you're satisfied with this work. And also you're probably helping other people with it as well. The clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is Temperance. And this is like being balanced and being committed to your own balance. And I think that these cards, actually, these look very similar. To me, they look similar anyway. So it feels like this is kind of a continuation. So like this work that you're doing that you really very much enjoy, remember or make sure that you balance that out with being able to play, being able to problem solve, and not taking yourself or your work too seriously. This is a very important aspect for you. So like I said, I would suspect that either you're in for a career shift or you have a career, like I said, that is very fulfilling. So just like with anything else, whether that's relationships or whether that is just your personal life, is very, very, I think, very important to continue to nurture those things that you love and that you enjoy. So if you really enjoy or appreciate bosses or coworkers or things like that, make sure that you tell them those types of things. If you're like self-employed or you're a business owner, make sure that you tell your clients how much that you appreciate them, or your people who buy from you, your customers. So this is, I think, for me, this looks like a lot of balance, a lot of hard work. It's work that you enjoy doing, but just remember to temper yourself. In other words, don't go too hard, and make sure you make space for play. You make space for love. You make space for other things in your life as well. Because it can be hard to think about that if you really enjoy what it is that you're working on. Sometimes it's like, I don't know about you all, but sometimes I get to like writing and I type when I write. So I'm like writing all this stuff, like 3 hours pass and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't eaten or had any water. Like, this is really bad. So make sure that you temper yourself and make space for the things that are important as well. Okay, so Kaylin, did you ask a specific question? Let's see. No. So Kaylin, I'm just going to do like a general reading for you. Hang on. Let's see. All right, so we got this card, and it is the energy that surrounds you. Oh, I've never seen this one either. Oh, I'm so excited. Tarot decks have 78 cards, and this is my second Throat Punch Thursday reading from this deck, so I haven't gotten to see all the cards yet. I didn't like spread them all out and look at them like I normally do. I just was like really excited to open them. They are a tarot deck that was put out by one of my favorite bands. They're called Modest Mouse. And I just think that was so neat that they thought of people like me. They were like, I'm going to sell this new album. What else can I sell to go along with it? A tarot deck. I love that. The artwork is really cool though too. All right, Kaylin, we've got the energy that surrounds you and we've got clarity. Dang, Dang, Kaylin. Okay, so this is another reading where two major arcana cards came out. Remember, the major arcana are kind of like the big players in our lives, where the minor arcana cards are more like supporting details. So this is like really important energy for you for whatever reason. So the energy that surrounds you right now is judgment. And this is like you have the inkling or the idea that bigger things are on the way for you, right? So, like, you have big manifestations, you have big desires, you have kind of like goals that you're working towards. But now you're being called to act on those goals. Now it's time to think, like, do I really want the things that I'm asking for? Does the work that I'm putting in actually match up to the things that I wish to call into my life? So, this is definitely a question. Basically, it's like I need to evaluate where I'm at right now, and I need to wake up and kind of decide, what am I going to be doing next? What's next for me? That's something that you should be contemplating. And I'm going to ask, I'm going to get one more card because I want clarity on this judgment card. So we're going to ask a card of the judgment. What does that mean? Okay, and I got the Seven of Wands. So what I get is that maybe the direction that you want to go, or maybe the thing that you're trying to call into your life, maybe not everybody in your life is happy about it. And so I just want to give you the empowerment, or the energy, the idea, the resonance to know that it's okay to move forward with the things that you need to do, even if nobody else is happy about it. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're living your best and most authentic life. And I'm sure there are other people that are happy for you too. So don't let a few sticks in the mud like be the people who basically take you away from your desires, your dreams, or your goals. And then your clarity card, this is what moves you forward. This is what's coming next for you, Caitlin. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. And so this is really good. Most of the time the Wheel of Fortune is like things are changing, and also it's changing for the better. So like things are moving in the right direction. You're closing karmic cycles, you're doing a lot of healing work, and now is the time to like take advantage of that energy that is shifting. So like if you are making plans and creating basically like big moves in your life, like all of the energies are in alignment with you to move forward. And I'm going to ask one more clarity card of this card, since it is a major arcana. Let's see. We're going to use this one. Yeah, and I got the King of Swords. And so the King of Swords, I'll read this to you. It says, decisions made for the common good and being comfortable about making decisions. So this is basically just clarity for exactly what it is that I said to you. Like, now is a time to make the decision. Now is a time to move forward in your actions and your manifestations and your desires. Now is the time. Now is the time. And you have to be comfortable with those decisions. Even if everybody else is angry or they're just not too happy about your decisions, you have to be comfortable in what it is that you are going towards. Hey, yes, Kaylin says, I've been manifesting like crazy. I love to hear stuff like that. That is awesome. Let's see. Amandeep says, may I get a reading? For sure. Let's read for Amandeep. Okay, we got energy that surrounds you. Hey, I shuffle these cards and you get judgment too. That's the energy that surrounds you. Oh, dang. And you get death. So Amandeep, you got two major arcana cards, just like Kaylin. So that's why. So again, this is really big energy. It's important that you hear this tonight. So you got a judgment, which again, this is like waking up. Like it's time to wake up now. It's time to figure out what is it that I really want to do with my life. And I'm going to ask for clarity on this. What is it that I want to do with my life? That's something that you need to reevaluate. You need to think right now. And clarity is Four of Swords. So maybe you don't exactly know what you want to do with life. You know that things should shift. You have this vague idea. And so the answer here to figure out, to wake up, you need to go within yourself. You need to really reevaluate. Like, what is it that I enjoy? What type of people do I enjoy? What type of energy do I enjoy? And what is it that I want to call into my life? Now is the time to really think about those things. And then your clarity card, the energy that moves you forward, is death. So that means that you're coming. It doesn't mean death. I don't know if you're new to tarot or not. Don't get freaked out. Death is a really good card. Death is the energy of transformation. It's making beautiful things out of endings. And so this is the energy that is coming towards you. Things are ending, but they're also beginning in beautiful ways that you can't yet imagine. And I'm going to ask clarity on that card as well, because that is a major arcana. And I got the Hanged Man. So understand that as things are ending, the Hanged Man also always gives us this this clarity to know that that we are in control here, that we have the ability to set those boundaries and to move forward however we see fit. And I hope that one's helpful. I'm in deep. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do one more reading, and the reading that we're going to do is what would help us keep balance for the rest of this week and moving into next week. There we go. Oh, there we go. What would help us keep balance for this week and moving into next week? So we got one card, that's the energy that surrounds us. Second card, we're going to go ahead and pull a third card for balance. There we go. Oh, goodness. So I pulled 3 cards for our next week collective reading, and 2 of them are major arcana cards. So I feel like this is going to be a big significant week as a collective for all of us. So the energy that surrounds us all moving into the next week and into the weekend is the 3 of Pentacles. So when I first looked at this card, I thought it said mastery of word. It actually says mastery of work, but I'm going to go with word here for a minute. So I want you to just for this weekend, just for this week, really think about the words that you use. Really think about what you're creating with your words. One of my favorite ways to look at my words, to look at my energy, and to see if I'm where I need to be is to just look at social media. Look at your messages, look at your texts, look at your posts you've made in the last 2 weeks. What does that energy say about you? Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it complaining? Is it uplifting? Is it grateful? Is it sad? Where are you at right now? Sometimes we're not good at emotionally checking in with ourselves. So check in with yourself, check in with your words, see what words you're using. Are there any words that are kind of repeating? Are they good words or bad words? How do we shift these words? Your words create life. Your words create experiences and opportunities for you. Your words are so very important. So for this next week and moving into the weekend, choose your words very wisely, because you are always creating, my friends. The energy that we're moving into is the Emperor. So this is making a mark on the world and having the discipline and the structure to be able to do so. So any of you people who are watching this, who like to do manifestation, who like to create, who like to do rituals and spells and things like that, you have to understand that you have to take up your own power and do it. You can, search on Pinterest for what everybody else is doing, or you can simply tune into your own intuition and take up your own power and make your mark. So this is almost like a rally, like a fighting cry, like a battle, something. This is like swinging the war pennant or something. Now is the time to actually get out there and to start doing stuff. Now is the time. So if you are creating, now is the time to, again, reevaluate your words. Get out there and make a vision board. Write down the things that you want to call into existence and make it happen. Pull the strings and make that first step. This is a strong call to action right now, especially if you're a magic person. There's so much chaos going on in the world, so much energy that we can use to shift our own potential and the potential for the collective. One more card, okay, one more card for the week. This is what is going to give us balance. What will give us balance for the rest of the week? And I mean, we pulled the Judgment card. We just pulled this in the last 2 readings. So this is collectively, not only is it we're doing good work, we need to pay attention to our words, battle cry, but this is also wake up, people. Wake up, wake up. We are in this energy of basically, I think, a great awakening where many people are waking up to their power. Many people are waking up to the experience of everything that they can be, of all their capabilities and everything that's coming next for you, all of the blessings and all of the adventures that are coming next. So now is the time to wake up and use your power, my friends. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you being here. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel. I will go live on Saturday afternoon to do shadow work readings. I love you all. And